Hello, my lovely souls. How have you been? I hope you've been taking real care of yourselves lately. Welcome back, and dear, this one is a little different. Softer in some places, more intense in others. I want to tell you up front what this reading actually is. It's about someone who looks at you and something in them just breaks a little, every single time. And the wild part is, you're not even trying to cause that reaction. I'm Emma, and honestly, this energy made me laugh a little while I was pulling it, because it's specific in a way that's going to feel very personal to whoever this is for. Stay with me through the whole thing, because it builds slowly, and it has a real emotional payoff by the end. Let's get into it. They look at you and something in them breaks a little. You know that feeling when something is so cute you almost can't stand it? When it tips over into this strange, almost aggressive urge, like you want to squeeze it too hard because you don't know what else to do with the feeling. That's exactly what happens to this person when they look at you. Every single time. And the thing that's genuinely driving them a little crazy is that you're not even trying. You're just existing, moving through your regular life, while they're over here having a whole private emotional situation about it that you have absolutely no idea is happening. They watch you. Not in a creepy way, in a completely consumed way, like their attention got hijacked without their consent. You come into their range, physically or digitally, and something in their chest does this involuntary tightening. They are not choosing to feel this. It's simply happening to them, and they feel a little ridiculous about that, because you're just standing there being yourself while they're internally losing their mind. They thought they had you figured out. They didn't. You're someone people underestimate at first glance. They look at you, put you in a box, decide they've got you figured out. Then something happens. You say something, look at someone a certain way, just exist in a room, and they realize they had it completely wrong. That recalibration moment is exactly what happened to this person. They thought they had you categorized. Then they didn't. And now they can't stop trying to figure out where you actually belong in their mind, because the answer is, you don't fit anywhere they already had built. You're a new category entirely, and that's genuinely unsettling to someone in the best possible way. There's a real free-spirited energy you give off, not performed, just who you are. People sense that you don't stay somewhere just because they want you to, that you don't fall easily or commit just because the option exists. And instead of that making this person back off, it made them dig in deeper. Some people, when they sense something is genuinely rare, want it more, not less. This person is exactly that type. You're the one people have to earn, not assume. For some of you, this person has actually been in your physical space, a room, an event, somewhere real, and had to remove themselves before doing something obvious, because around you, their usual composure gets messy, too readable. They felt like you'd look at them and just know. So they left, and then quietly kicked themselves for leaving. For others, this is happening more digitally, checking your page consistently, not obsessively, just wanting confirmation you're still there, still yourself. Either way, it's the same underlying energy at different distances. And I want to be clear about something. This person has done a little digging. They've learned things about who you are, where you've come from, what you've been through. And none of it scared them off. If anything, it made them more interested, not less. What they learned about your past made them stay. What they found out is that you've been through real things, heavy things. The kind that change someone's entire relationship with the world. And most people who learn that either get scared, get weird about it, or try to turn it into something they need to fix. This person didn't do any of that. This person looked at what you've carried and thought, she's still here. He's still here. Still soft in certain places and sharp in others. Still choosing to move through the world exactly the way they do. That did something to them, because they understand what it actually takes to walk through real darkness and come out reconstructed instead of bitter or closed off. People who've been through their own version of that recognize it in someone else without needing an explanation. They look at you and see someone who didn't let the hard things make them hard everywhere. Or if certain parts did harden, you know exactly which parts and why. That level of self-awareness is genuinely rare, and they can feel it. The wanting and the tenderness are the same thing. On the outside, you carry this soft, approachable quality, and underneath that is a whole other layer. Resilience, intelligence, depth, that shows up even when you're not trying to display it. That combination is genuinely consuming for them. Soft outside, iron underneath. They keep turning it over, trying to resolve how both are the same person, and they can't quite manage it. There's also a real physical dimension to this, and I don't want to breeze past it because it's actually driving a lot of their behavior right now. When they imagine being close to you, actually close, something happens in their body they can't reason their way out of. And it's not one static image either. It keeps evolving, starting with simply being near you, then being the one you're actually talking to, then becoming more specific and private than that. They feel a little guilty about it sometimes too, because right alongside that wanting sits something tender, protective, an urge to take care of you, existing at the exact same volume as the desire. That's the core of this whole feeling, gentle and not gentle at once, both completely sincere, both pointed at you simultaneously. They're already possessive, and they haven't said a word. Something specific came through while I was preparing this reading. A card that kept falling out of the deck 3 separate times, no matter how many times I reshuffled. Its energy is about someone holding back, not because they don't feel something, but because they feel it too much, almost afraid of what happens if they actually let it out. The container is getting harder to maintain every time they see you. When people get near you, when someone's in your comments or laughing with you, something in this person goes hot and tight and a little irrational. Not them, not that person, not anyone. And they know exactly how unreasonable that is. They haven't claimed you, haven't said a single real thing to you about any of this. They have no actual ground to stand on, and they feel possessive anyway. That's how real this already is for them. Casual things don't make people territorial. This person has crossed a line internally, already thinking about you in terms that require a choice you haven't consciously made yet. That gap between how real it is for them and how unaware you still are is building real pressure. And eventually, it has to move somewhere. Someone has already noticed them noticing you. You're the type of person people quietly fight over in their own heads before ever saying a word to you. Someone sees you once, at an event, on a screen, in passing, and spends weeks arguing internally about whether to reach out. You never know the argument happened. That's always been your energy, and this person is no exception. They've been in that internal argument for a while now, and they're getting tired of staying in it. Something specific is coming through here too. Someone in your circle has already noticed this person noticing you. Whether they've said anything yet or not, someone has clocked it. A conversation is likely coming, either to you about them or to them about you, and when it happens, it's going to speed everything up. Don't brush it off when it arrives. And there's one more detail worth naming. This person shows off a little when they think you might be watching. A slightly more confident, more intentional version of themselves. That's not manipulation. That's someone trying to be worthy of your attention, which is honestly kind of sweet in its own chaotic way. They've already decided you're theirs. When you're actually present, not a memory or a thought from a distance, but physically there in front of them, the word that keeps surfacing is undone. Whatever composure they normally carry loosens around you, and they're fully aware it's happening and can't stop it. You are, in the best possible way, genuinely too much for them, and they love that and resent it in equal measure. At night specifically, when things go quiet, their mind goes to you, and it goes there specifically, thinking about your attention fully on them, about being chosen, about a space where neither of you has to perform anything at all. Those thoughts carry tenderness right alongside the wanting, because for this person, the two aren't separate feelings, they're the same one. And here's the important part. This person has made a decision. Not a hope, a decision. Privately, internally, without telling you yet, they've decided you're going to be theirs, and they've already mentally played out the version where it happens. Now they're just closing the gap between that decision and reality, and that gap is genuinely closing, likely within the next month or two for many of you. You deserve someone who wants all your layers. At its core, this connection is built from two people who've both been through real weight, not identical experiences, but a shared depth that doesn't need explaining. You can sit with someone and simply feel whether they've been through something real, and this person has. That's part of why this pull is so strong. It's not just attraction, it's recognition. I want to come back to you specifically before we close this out, though, because the real reason any of this is happening is something specific to you. You're someone people can't reduce to a first impression. They try, they always try, and eventually you crack that box open and they have to start over. Some people find that frustrating. This person finds it thrilling. Every new layer they discover makes them more interested, not less. That's exactly what you deserve. Someone who wants more the more they actually know you, not someone comfortable with only the surface. If you've spent time shrinking yourself because it was easier than watching someone back away from the real version, you don't have to keep doing that here. This person has already seen past the surface, and they're more pulled in, not less. So that's your reading today. You don't chase, you never have, and you don't need to start now. But when the right thing shows up on your terms, at your pace, you don't have to run from it either. If this landed for you, drop a comment and let me know if someone came to mind. I read every single one. Like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you very soon in the next reading. Sending you so much love. Bye.